Alright, today I'm going to show you how to put a head unit, just an aftermarket one, into a Hyundai Accent, or you're going to be the same kind of deal if you're doing a Hyundai Getz. They're the same unit, same dash, same mounts, etc. So, or very similar dash. So that's just an Alpine harness. I'm going to show you the terminals, which we've got to use, which are these little bootlace ones. They're crimpers for the bootlace terminal. You've got your, these are actually Clarion Keys. If you search them on eBay, I'll put a link in the description. They're about 12 bucks for a pair of them. You do need them to get it out, and there's just the Alpine microphone. This is the car, just a Hyundai Accent. All the radios in these start dying after about 5 years. You get about 10 out of them if you're lucky. So they are a common one people are going to have to change. What we're going to do is, there's only a little notch just over here actually. Obviously you're not going to use this again anyway. So get the little pick tool under it, pull the face off it. A lot of people think you have to actually pull the dash out of these. You don't pull the dash out of these. So these are our keys. I'm going to put them in. Slides down the sides. There's actually two pieces of metal in there. You want to go in between the two as far as it goes. In between the two bits of metal. And that's the right side of it. You get the keys in. These have been used a bit, so they're starting to get weak. But the thing of these is, often they'll get jammed, and the best thing you can do is get the keys in, and then get a hook pick, one on each side, and actually pull the unit forward. Just got a hook pick, so we're just going to, because again, this radio's dead, we don't care about it. We're just going to go a little bit that side. We're just going to slowly jimmy it out side by side, because it's pretty common that they get stuck. Yep, there goes the face. Alright, so this one ripped the face off, and I'll be honest, I've done about 50 or 60 of this unit. I've ripped 3 faces off ever, so this one is probably the worst. But finally, pick, keys still in it, and just slowly jimmying it from side to side, we've just about got it out. Yeah, of course the one I'm filming right now has to be the worst one I've ever done. But it doesn't matter. This unit was actually physically dead. Now we're out enough that obviously the keys are falling out of it, so I don't really need them anymore. And I should be able to get it. Alright, finally got it out. That was one of the worst ones I've done. Take the screw out of the little mounting bracket, which is what the key was clicking into. Now, the same mounting bracket will be used on the aftermarket radio. The only problem is when they're on the aftermarket one, they don't actually fit on. What we do, we grab a pair of tin snaps, and we want to cut down this line here. So pretty much, I'll show you how we do it. Just like that. We want to leave just a few millimeters in that middle bit, just for strength of the bracket. And that's going to go onto our aftermarket one. Now it's not going to protrude past the face on the aftermarket unit. So all the wires, cut them the same length, because there is an earth in the actual harness. Some cars don't have it in the harness, but this one does. Strip off a little bit of wire, probably 5-6 mil, and then I'll just grab the crimpers on the smallest one. Crimp, I like to turn them over and double crimp, and that's our little crimp on that one. So obviously just going to do all the wires with that. So there's your factory plug. There's our wiring diagram, because it's literally here, but the only thing you'll notice is it's backwards. So as you can see here, we've got 3 pins, whereas we actually look at this plug, we've got 3 pins on the right side. So what I'm going to do is obviously literally go, alright, that's 12 volt accessories, but it's not the top right, it's actually going to be the top left. So then we're just going to use our bootlace terminals and plug them in to each one. So what I'll do is I'll zoom in here, or just show you the actual picture for you. So if you have one, there is the diagram. If you want to pause the video, if you're about to go wire one up, just remember that whatever is on the top left here is actually on the top right on the plug, because this is imagining that it's looking at it from this point of view, like it's clicking in. On the picture, this is accessories over here, but in actual reality it's over here, just like yellow is power, and it's actually over here. So we're just going to do it like that. So it should look something like that if you're doing it. I just like to fold it over itself, just so the terminals don't fall out, and then we'll just tape it. If you just tape it straight, it will hold it, but at the same time, next time someone pulls it out, if they did, you'd probably pull the terminals out. So I like to just tape it over, just do that. So now the plug is over here, and the plug can come back forward and plug into the unit, but when you push it in, it's not going to just rip the terminals out. Plug that guy in, tuck the mic lead up in there, push them all back, and now that we've got our factory brackets on the unit, now that we're using our factory brackets, we should be able to just push the unit back, and you can hear it click as it goes into the dash. And that's it. Now it's mounted in place, it's not going to come out, and if you need to remove it, you just use those same factory keys to pull the up-on unit forward. Oh, and I'll show you, it does turn on. Whether we'll get any radio reception? Yep. Cool. Easy as that.